See, we're discussing about the chapter is motion in a straight line. Short answers questions. Short answer question 1. Derive the equation. Derive the equation. S is equal to ut plus of 80 square using graphical method. Okay, using graphical method, we can derive the S is equal to ut plus of 80 square. See, consider consider a body a body moving moving with initial velocity initial velocity u initial velocity u and move with acceleration a after v is the final velocity after t seconds after t seconds. Now we can draw the graph between the velocity and time, initial velocity and time. Now we are considering the x-axis and y-axis. This is considered the x-axis and it will be considered the y-axis. Now the time is taken along x-axis is denoted by the t, and along the y-axis we take the initial velocity. Now is there the origin. Now can draw the graph between the initial velocity and time. Here one straight line is a positive straight line, the coincide with an y-axis. See, this body is moving with initial velocity u with acceleration. The slope is indicating, the slope is nothing but to acceleration. The v is the final velocity after t seconds. This is the final velocity after t seconds. Now this under the curve or slope is equal to displacement. But we can observe there is no any area. Now can take this is the line we can draw. We can by the two shape is considered. This point is considered A point, and this is considered B, and this is considered C, and this point is considered D. Now here is there the area. Now the one is the rectangle. This is considered A1, and this is called the triangle. This is considered the area A2. But in rectangle, the opposite sides will be equal. So this is the equal to the time, and it is also is equal to the u, initial velocity. Then find out the b to c. See the total distance, how much is the v, and c to d, how much is the u. Then we can write the b to c. The b to c is equal to v minus u. Therefore the displacement of a body displacement of a body is equal to area of rectangle So what is the area of rectangle is between the points O, A, C, D. O, A, C, D plus, now second is a triangle, area of triangle. See, that is the area of triangle. What is it? ABC. This total, the under the slope of total area is equal to displacement. Now here the displacement is denoted by the S is equal to area of rectangle. What is the formula for the area of rectangle? Length into breadth plus area of triangle, half into base into height. Now you can write here the length is nothing but u into time, the breadth is nothing but time t, plus of base, the area of triangle of a base, how much is there, the t, and height is there v minus u, that is equal to s. But we know that what we know that v minus u is equal to at. V minus u is equal to 80. Now this v minus u is equal to 80. Substitute here place. Then s is equal to ut plus of t into v minus u. V minus u is equal to how much is there here? 80. Then we can write the s is equal to ut plus of 80 square. This is equal to ut plus of 80 square. See, this is the derive the equation the using of a graphical method. Using of a graphical method. A particle moves rectilinearly with uniform acceleration. Rectilinear is nothing but a straight line motion. So with uniform acceleration. Its velocity at time t is equal to 0 is v1. See, this is considered the body now. This is considered the body. It's a horizontal surface. Now here is there the body. At a time t is equal to 0, its initial velocity u is equal to how much is given by v1. And at a time t is equal to t, at a time t is equal to t, its velocity, that velocity, the final velocity v is equal to is given by the v2, is move with uniform acceleration a. Then its average velocity, v1 plus v2 by 2. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? Ante ఇది right or wrong? Substitute your answer. Substitute your answer. Now here, see, when the body is moving initial velocity to final velocity, what is producing by the acceleration? This acceleration is equal to what is the formula? Change in velocity. Change in velocity by time. Now write here the change in velocity. The final velocity minus initial velocity v2 minus v1 by t is equal to a. Now when a body is moving initial position to final position, is there some displacement? Now write here the displacement of the particle. Displacement of the particle in time t. Displacement of the particle in time t. See, what is the formula? The displacement s is equal to ut plus of 80 square. S is equal to ut plus of 80 square. Then now write it. S is equal to u, initial velocity, how much is there here? v1t plus of a is equal to nothing but acceleration. How much is it? v2 minus v1 by t into t square. Now this time and this time can be gets cancelled. This displacement s is equal to v1t plus of into v2 minus v1 into t. Now this of and t can be the multiply this term. v1t plus 1 by 2 v2 into t minus 1 by 2 v1 into t. See here the 1 v1t minus of v1t. And 1 like half this here. So remaining how much is there? Half. See the 1 by 2 v1t plus 1 by 2 v2t. And take here the LCM and take the common also. The 2 taken by the LCM, v1 plus v2 into take the common is the t, that is equal to displacement. Now the time is taken this side. The displacement by time, the total displacement by time, this time is taken, that is equal to v1 plus v2 by 2. The displacement by time is called the average velocity. Average velocity is equal to v1 plus v2 by 2. Since the average velocity is equal to total displacement by time. See here to here the total displacement and in time how much is that? T. See that is equal to average velocity v1 plus v2 by 2. Now is given by the average velocity is the true value. See the next question. Can the velocity of an object to be in the direction, to be in the direction other than the direction of acceleration of the object. Explain. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ యొక్క వెలాసిటీకి అదర్ దాన్లో ఏముండాలి మనకు డైరెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ యాక్సలరేషన్. వీ కెన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ద పాసిబుల్? ఎస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ద పాసిబుల్. నౌ వీ కెన్ సే ద ఎస్. Example, the first one we say the in case of vertical, in case of vertically projected body, vertical projected body during upward motion, see, observing, see, this is considered the object. Now we can throw the vertically upwards. Its velocity, which direction is there? Upward direction. But acceleration due to gravity is acting in a downward direction. See, that means what is the object of the velocity, other than the direction of the acceleration, due to gravity. See, this is the first one. Next, second one. In second example, in case of oblique projectile motion, the second case, what is taken? In case of oblique projectile motion, velocity is always tangential to the path, but acceleration due to the gravity can be acted in the down. See, this is the oblique projection. It is taken by the x-axis and it is considered the y-axis. It is taken by the origin. Now this is the projectile motion. But its velocity, the velocity can be acted. This is the tangential. This velocity can be acted in a tangential, but acceleration due to the gravity can be acting in a downward direction. But the velocity is there in upward direction, but acceleration due to the gravity can be acting in a downward direction. See, this is also the another example of a in case of oblique projectile motion, the velocity is always tangential to this path, but acceleration due to the gravity is acting in a downward direction. See, that's why we have said the velocity of the object to be in direction other than the direction of the acceleration. See, one is the vertical projected body, another is the oblique projectile motion. Now see question number 6 on SAQ. Question number 6. A man runs across the roof of a tall building and jump horizontally onto the lower roof of an adjacent building. If his speed is 9 km per second and the horizontal distance between the building is 10 meters and height difference between the roof is 9 meters, the will be the able to land the next building. See, here is given by the two buildings. See, one is given by the tall building. This is the tall building. See, another one is given by the lower building compared to the first one. And these two are separated by distances d. D. And this difference of these two height is nothing but is considered by the h. H is the difference of this tall buildings. Now the person is there here. See, what is it? A man runs across the roof of a tall building to jump on a lower. And ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఏం చేసాం మనకి జంప్ చేసాము onto a second one. Now ద ఏబుల్ టు ల్యాండ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ బిల్డింగ్ అంటే ఈ బిల్డింగ్ పైన ల్యాండ్ అవ్వాలంటే ద హౌ మచ్ ఆఫ్ ద distance is nothing but horizontal. See, we know the formula for the horizontal range. Horizontal range. This horizontal range is R is equal horizontal velocity into time of flight. See, that time of flight is nothing but you say under root of 2h by g. Under root of 2h by g. See, why are we taken by this? See, here we taken by the s is equal to ut plus of 80 square formula. The s is nothing but its height h. This is the height can be traveled to jump. And initial velocity becomes 0 because of it's a freely falling body. Plus of gt square. The acceleration due to the gravity is downwards. A is equal to g. Then the cross multiplication 2h is equal to gt square. Then t is equal to under root of g into h by g. Because of the horizontal range is equal to horizontal velocity into time of flight. Horizontal velocity into time of flight. See, then here is given the horizontal velocity is given. Horizontal velocity is u is equal to is given 9 meter per second. 9 meter per second. And the difference of its height h is equal to also is given by the 9 meters. H is equal to also is given the 9 meters. But acceleration due to gravity is taken by the 10 meter per second square. And distance between these two tall buildings is given by the 10 meters. Then find out the horizontal range. This value substitute here. This range R is equal to U 9 under root of 2 into H is the 9 by 10. So that is equal to 9 into under root of 18 by 10. The finally we are getting this horizontal range R is equal to 12.074 meter. See how much is there? It can be run to jump. అంటే ఇలా రన్ చేసుకుంటూ ఒక టాల్ బిల్డింగ్ నుంచి ఇంకొక షార్ట్ బిల్డింగ్ పైకి జంప్ చేస్తున్నాను. నౌ ద హౌ మచ్ ఆఫ్ ద రేంజ్ ఈజ్ దేర్? యూ కెన్ జంప్ బై ద 12.07 meters. దట్స్ వై యూ కెన్ హ్యావ్ టు సేఫ్లీ ల్యాండ్ ఆన్ ఏ సెకండ్ బిల్డింగ్. అదే ఇంకా ఎందుకు ఉంది మనకు? బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద డిస్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద టూ బిల్డింగ్ ఈస్ గివెన్ బై 10 meters. అంటే 10 meters కంటే తక్కువ ఉంది అనుకో, యూ కెన్ జంప్ బిట్వీన్ ద బిల్డింగ్స్. బట్ ఇక 10 meters కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఈ సేఫ్లీ ల్యాండ్ ఆన్ ఏ second building. So the next question, a ball is dropped from the roof of a tall building and simultaneously another ball is thrown horizontally with some velocity from the same roof. The which ball lands first? Explain your answer. See here, the first word is given. A ball is dropped from the roof of a tall building. See, this is the first in condition we are considering by the for a dropped body. For a dropped body. See, this is considered the building. This is the tall building. Tall building. The ball is dropped. This is the ball can be dropped. The ball can be dropped. When it's dropped, its initial velocity u is equal to 0. Initial velocity u is equal to 0 because of it's a freely falling body. Now its acceleration a is equal to g because of is in the same direction, acceleration due to the gravity. And this height, the height of the tall building is considered by the h. It is nothing but is equal to the displacement. It's nothing but is equal to the displacement. Let's it's time taken to reach the bottom is there t1. So how much of the time taken is there to reach the ground in time t1? The using the which formula can using? The using s is equal to ut plus of 80 square. S is equal to ut plus of 80 square. S displacement is s is equal to nothing but h. S is equal to h. Now initial velocity how much is it? 0 into t plus of g t1 square. Now 0 into something 0 and 2 take the cross multiplication. 2h is equal to g into t1 square. Then the g's take the denominator. Then write the t1 square is equal to 2h by g, then t1 is equal to under root 2h by g. This is considered the equation number 2. How much of the time is taken? The t1 is equal to under root of 2h by g. Now at the same time, the another ball, the throw horizontally. See what, sir? For the second condition, for horizontally projected body. See, the horizontally projected body is nothing but, again we are considering this in a tall building, the same tall building. రెండు కూడా ఒకటే బిల్డింగ్ అన్న, ఒకే బిల్డింగ్ నుంచి ఒక బాల్ ఏమో డ్రాప్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఇంకో బాల్ ఏం చేస్తాం మనం త్రో చేస్తున్నాం. నా వీఆర్ టేకెన్ బై దిస్ బాల్ అన్న, ఇట్ కెన్ బి త్రో. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ హౌ ద త్రో అన్న. ఇట్స్ here is given by the velocity, how much is there, u, and its height is constrained by the h now. Height how much is constrained by h, and now it's traveling, and the finally it can be reached also on a ground now. It is also reached on a ground, but it's another position. Now its initial velocity, the vertical component, ఎందుకంటే ఇలా వచ్చేసి ఎలా మూవ్ అవుతుంది మనకు, ఇట్స్ మూవింగ్ దిస్ అన్న. The vertical component of velocity, that's a uy is equal to 0. uy is equal to 0 ఎందుకంటే because of it's a freely falling body now. It's also again a freely falling body. Now it's a displacement how much is there, s is equal to h is the displacement, but acceleration, that acceleration a is equal to, we consider by the g, so ay, the vertical components of acceleration ay is equal to what is considered g. In time to reach the ground, it's taken by the time t is equal to t2. Now again the using which formula can using nana, s is equal to ut plus of 80 square, s is equal to ut plus of 80 square, the s is equal to h, the u is equal to uy components time t plus of a into ay t square. Then we can write the h, it can be become a 0 into t plus of g into t2 square, and 0 into something 0 and 2 take the cross multiplication, and finally we are getting the t2 is equal to under root of 2h by g nana. ఎందుకంటే 2 cross multiplication అని g తీసుకొస్తే denominator the t2 is equal to under root of 2h by g. Now equation 1 and 2, now equation 1 and 2, the two bodies are reached at the same time, that is say that now t1 is equal to t2 because of reach of the time will be same. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నా ఒకే బిల్డింగ్ నుంచి ఒక బాల్ని ఇట్లా డ్రాప్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఒక బాల్ని త్రో చేస్తున్నాం, then the condition, the which ball is land the first means the both the balls are the same time can be reached at the ground.